Want to learn an hour of fun facts? Subscribe to Zarpado. We're already starting. The viral video of Chewbacca's mom stars Candace Payne. In May 2016, she uploaded a 4-minute video to Facebook in which she laughs uncontrollably while wearing an electronic mask of the Star Wars character. The video was viewed 140 million times in less than 24 hours. The famous cat on the video call incident occurred with attorney Rod Ponton during a virtual hearing in the Presidio County District Court in Texas in February 2021. A cat filter was activated, and Ponton was unable to deactivate it, leading him to utter the now famous phrase, "I'm not a cat." During a live BBC interview, Professor Robert E. Kelly was talking about South Korea when his daughter calmly entered the room and approached him curiously. Minutes later, her baby appeared in a walker, and the mother finally rushed in to take them. The teacher, trying to remain calm, could only apologize and continue. The scene went viral and was reported around the world as one of the funniest moments on live television. A British girl went viral after expressing her outrage over the high price of 2 ice creams and some gum, which her mother paid in pounds. The little girl exclaimed, "Only 2 ice creams for £9?" stating that won't get you anywhere, and criticizing the seller for taking the customer's money. The reaction went viral for its spontaneous criticism and innocent perspective on the economy. The man who ran a marathon in the snow is named Wim Hof. This Dutch athlete, nicknamed the Iceman, ran a barefoot marathon in the Arctic Circle at temperatures of about -22 Fahrenheit degrees in 2009. His feat became famous on social media and moved people around the world. The man who climbed a burning tree to save a koala is named Darcy Byrne-Jones. During the Australian wildfires in 2020, this man saw a scared koala in a burning tree and rescued it. The video of the rescue was shared millions of times on social media. Colombian Sebastián Arias, who lives on the streets in Lima, went viral after rescuing 25 dogs from a fire in Gamara. Upon seeing the fire at a recycling factory, he climbed a building to save the animals trapped on the roof. He threw them down one by one, while neighbors below laid down sheets and mattresses to cushion their fall. His feat was recognized as a heroic act of great courage and love for animals. The man who ran a marathon on his balcony during quarantine is named Elisha Nochomovitz. In March 2020, this French athlete ran 26.2 miles on the balcony of his about 23-foot apartment. His feat became famous on social media, and people called him the balcony runner. The girl who built a robot to clean ocean trash is named Anna Du. In 2018, this one-year-old built a robot that could detect and clean plastic in the ocean. Her invention went viral on TikTok, and people called her the Ocean Hero. The famous viral video of the distracted girlfriend meme arose from a photo taken by Spanish photographer Antonio Guillem. The image, which has been used in millions of memes, was taken on a street in Barcelona and shows a man looking at a woman who is not his girlfriend. The gymnast who flew over the rings is named Yuri van Gelder. In 2005, this Dutch gymnast performed a routine on the rings, and at one point, he flew through the air as if he were weightless. People called him the Superman of gymnastics, and the video went viral on YouTube. The skateboarder who jumped 10 steps is named Aaron Jaws Homoki. In 2017, this American athlete jumped 10 steps at a skate park. The video of his feat became famous on Instagram. It is an example of perseverance and discipline in the world of skateboarding. The swimmer who saved her opponent in a swimming tournament is Kate Douglas. In 2021, at the Tokyo Olympics, Douglas noticed that her opponent, swimmer Erica Sullivan, was having a panic attack and pulled her out of the water. The video of the feat went viral. Meet the athlete who ran a marathon with his son. This man's name is Dick Hoyt. For over 30 years, Hoyt ran marathons pushing his son, Rick, who had a disability. The video of his feat went viral on social media, and people were moved by a father's love. The athlete who performed 500 jumps in one day is named Kyle Sheely. In 2020, this American athlete jumped 500 times in one day, which is considered a world record for show jumping. The video of his feat went viral on Instagram. The Roman Emperor Caligula is said to have made his horse Incitatus consul. Although many historians consider this an exaggeration to ridicule the emperor, it is true that he built him a marble stable and fed him in an ivory manger. The Great Chinese Famine of 1958 to 1961 caused the deaths of tens of millions of people. A social experiment known as the Great Leap Forward caused crop failure and massive food shortages. It is considered one of the greatest man-made catastrophes. The Colosseum in Rome wasn't just a place for gladiatorial combat. It could be flooded to recreate miniature naval battles in which ships and warriors fought in the water. Ingenious floodgates and a drainage system made this impressive spectacle possible. Pharaoh Tutankhamun was a child when he died. DNA analysis has shown that his parents were siblings and that he likely suffered from genetic defects. He is believed to have walked with sticks and died at 19 years old. Giant squid have the largest eyes in the animal kingdom. Their eyes can measure up to about 10.6 inches in diameter, which is the size of a soccer ball. It is believed that their large size helps them see bioluminescence in the depths of the ocean. Honeybees are incredibly hardworking. To produce about 1.1 pounds of honey, an entire hive must visit about 2 million flowers. On average, a honeybee produces only about half a teaspoon of honey in its entire lifetime. Hermit crabs use all kinds of objects as shelter. Due to the scarcity of snail shells, they have adapted to using glass bottles, plastic lids, or any object that offers them protection. Scientists see this as a sign of plastic pollution in the oceans. The blobfish, known for its sad, gelatinous appearance, does not look that way in its natural habitat. In the depths of the ocean, its body remains firm and strong. Its jelly-like shape is the result of the lack of surface pressure. Sea turtles have amazing navigation skills. They use the Earth's magnetic field to navigate the ocean. It's a kind of natural GPS that allows them to migrate thousands of miles and return to the same place where they were born. The International Space Station is the most expensive object ever built. At a cost of more than $150 billion, this floating laboratory is a collaborative effort between 15 countries. Gravity on the moon is much weaker than on Earth. A human would weigh only 1/6 of what they do on Earth. A 176-pound astronaut would weigh about 29 pounds on the moon, allowing them to take giant leaps and float across the surface. There is a planet made of diamonds. A planet called 55 Cancri E is a super-Earth estimated to have a large amount of carbon. The intense pressure and heat of its core could have turned this carbon into a giant diamond. Scientists at Yale University have discovered that obesity could be a viral disease. A virus called AD36, which infects fat cells, could be responsible for obesity. This discovery opens the door to new therapies to combat overweight and obesity. It has been discovered that people living in urban areas have a different biological clock than people living in rural areas. Exposure to artificial light and irregular sleep patterns in cities can affect circadian rhythms and increase the risk of diseases such as diabetes. Scientists at Stanford University have managed to create heart tissue in a laboratory. This tissue can beat and pump blood. Although it is not yet ready for transplantation, this advance could revolutionize regenerative medicine and treatments for heart disease. A group of researchers in Japan has discovered that smell can influence weight loss. A study with mice revealed that mice that couldn't smell lost more weight than those that could, even when given the same amount of food. Soft robots are a new category of robots inspired by nature. They are made of flexible and elastic materials, allowing them to perform delicate tasks without damaging objects. One example is the robot that can lift an egg without breaking it. It has been discovered that plastics can be recycled infinitely. A new type of plastic, called cyclic plastic, can be broken down and reused again and again without losing its quality. This could help solve the global problem of plastic pollution. 3. Deprinting of homes is a reality. In 2021, the company Icon printed a house of about 646 square feet in just 24 hours. This technology could help solve the global housing shortage, as homes can be built more quickly and affordably. Scientists have succeeded in creating electronic skin that can feel. The skin, which resembles human skin, is made of flexible materials that can detect temperature, pressure, and pain. This could give robots a more human-like sense of touch. Flying cars are no longer a dream. Companies like Joby Aviation and Archer Aviation are developing eVTOL, or electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles. These vehicles could revolutionize urban transportation by allowing people to travel through the air. The world's fastest electric car is the Rimac Navara. This vehicle, manufactured in Croatia, can reach about 62 miles per hour in just 85 seconds. It's so fast that it's considered a hypercar and can compete with race cars. Cars no longer use rear-view mirrors. Luxury electric cars, like the Audi e-tron, have cameras instead of mirrors. This not only improves the car's aerodynamics, but also eliminates blind spots, making it safer. The ASMR phenomenon has gone viral on YouTube. ASMR videos, which feature soft sounds like whispering or the sound of leaves, help people relax and reduce stress. Some of the ASMR videos have millions of views. The vegan food challenge went viral on TikTok. Hundreds of people made videos of themselves eating vegan food, leading to a surge in the popularity of the vegan diet. The challenge also helped raise awareness about animal welfare. Memes are now an art form. One meme, the girl looking at another boy meme, which went viral in 2017, was sold as a non-fungible token, or NFT, for $4 million. The meme was created from a photo taken by the meme's photographer and set a record in the meme world. Ants don't sleep in the sense that humans do. Instead, they take naps of approximately 1 minute and 20 seconds several times a day. An ant can take up to 250 of these naps in a day, which adds up to an average of 4 to 5 hours of rest. A silkworm produces about 4,921 feet of silk thread in its lifetime. To create a single 2.2-pound bundle of silk, approximately 5,500 silkworms are needed. This process has been a fundamental part of Asian culture and economy for thousands of years. Sea turtles return to the same beach where they were born to lay their eggs. Scientists aren't sure how they do this, but it's believed they use the Earth's magnetic field to navigate, like a kind of natural GPS. Grumpy Cat, whose real name was Tartar Sauce, was famous for her angry facial expression. She went viral in 2012 and became one of the most popular memes in history. Her owner, Tabitha Bundesen, said the expression was due to feline dwarfism and a crooked bite. Boo, the world's cutest dog, was a Pomeranian with a distinctive haircut that made him look like a teddy bear. He gained worldwide fame in 2010 through a Facebook page created by his owner, Irene On. Boo passed away in 2019 at the age of 12. Maru, the Shiba Inu, went viral for his incredible expressions. His owner, photographer Shinjiro Ono, has been posting photos of Maru on a blog since 2008. Maru became a symbol of happiness and optimism in Japan. Just outside Tel Aviv, the Kuvevrabi Hotel stands out for offering a truly unique accommodation experience. Its 20 rooms are designed in the shape of kuvevri, the ancient clay vessels used for centuries in Georgia to make and preserve wine. The ocean sunfish, or mola mola, stands out for its strange appearance, seemingly originating from an alien world. Its rounded, flattened body, along with its large wing-like fins, give it a unique profile that sets it apart from any other marine creature. This giant marine species swims slowly in temperate and tropical oceans, displaying a surprising combination of beauty and rarity that fascinates biologists and sea lovers alike. The binturong, also known as the monkey bear, is undoubtedly one of the most interesting and unique creatures on Earth. With its appearance, which combines traits of several animals, and its unique behavior, this nocturnal mammal arouses fascination among those lucky enough to encounter it. In Japan, the impressive Ashima Ohashi Bridge stands, an engineering structure that defies visual perception. From certain vantage points, this bridge appears almost vertical, offering an optical illusion that astonishes those who behold it. The genet is a fascinating creature that combines features reminiscent of a cat, a dog, and a ferret in a single elegant body. Its slender and agile figure, along with its large, expressive eyes, give it an air of mystery and cunning. Furthermore, its unique and distinctive spotted coat makes it an unmistakable inhabitant of the forest where it moves stealthily. In China, giant pandas are revered as national icons of great importance, protected with extreme rigor and dedication. These charming beasts are never for sale, as no country on the planet is authorized to possess them. More than just animals, they are true cultural and natural treasures that China fervently safeguards. Along the shores of Lake Tekapo in New Zealand, a unique natural spectacle unfolds every summer: the vibrant blooming of Russell's trumpet flowers. These delicate flowers, with their intense colors and elegant shapes, cover the landscape like a living carpet, transforming the area into a visual paradise. In Switzerland, Lake Silsersee is a sublime creation of nature, a true masterpiece that captivates everyone. When winter arrives, its reflecting water transforms into a frozen surface where a magical phenomenon occurs. Tiny gas bubbles are trapped beneath the ice, forming hypnotic designs that resemble delicate strokes of an invisible paintbrush. The Ashera is a luxury feline, famous for its rarity and high market price. This breed is the result of a genetic combination of a domestic cat, an Asian leopard cat, and an African serval cat, resulting in an animal with an imposing appearance and a wild appearance. Its coat, covered in spots reminiscent of a leopard's, reinforces its exotic image. In addition to its remarkable size, it stands out for being one of the most exclusive pets you can own. Janus cats are named after the Roman god who represented the past and future with two faces. This rare genetic anomaly causes the animal to be born with two perfectly visible faces, including two mouths, two noses, and three functioning or partial eyes. Their chances of survival are extremely low, as most die within a few days, and the few that survive often suffer chronic health problems. A team of archaeologists discovered near the Templo Mayor in Mexico City an imposing structure known as Huitzilopochtli. It is an ancient tower composed of hundreds of human skulls carefully arranged in concentric circles, fixed together with lime and stone. In the town of Lisse, a short distance from Amsterdam, lies Keukenhof, a vast and famous flower park nicknamed the Garden of Europe. There, vast fields of tulips display a sea of vibrant colors that attract thousands of visitors from around the world every spring. In the United States, there is a breed of cattle called the Texas Longhorn, recognized for its enormous horns that can extend more than 6.5 feet and take on curious arched shapes. These cattle possess outstanding resilience, allowing them to adapt to dry regions with limited vegetation. Ram Singh Chauhan, born in India, is famous for having the world's longest mustache, measuring about 14.1 feet from tip to tip. From a young age, he made his mustache a personal pride, dedicating countless hours to its care. He uses natural oils and traditional methods to keep it strong, flexible, and damage-free. Alfred Cheng, a talented 30-year-old artist from Hong Kong, has gained worldwide recognition thanks to his unique technique of creating hyper-realistic faces using only thread. His works, which depict everything from celebrities to diverse personalities, are astonishing in their precision and detail. defying the imagination. Brittany and Abby Hensel, born in 1990 in the United States, are conjoined twins who have a single body but two independent heads. This extraordinary condition has sparked great interest and admiration around the world, as each controls one side of the body and works closely together to perform everyday activities. Despite the physical and social challenges they face, Brittany and Abby have demonstrated an impressive capacity for adaptation. In 2015, Beijing faced an unprecedented environmental crisis when air quality reached critical levels, leading China to issue its first red alert for air pollution. The metropolis was enveloped in a thick layer of smog, dominated by microscopic particles known as PM 2.5, which penetrate deep into the lungs and pose a serious risk to human health. Doug the Pug, a pug from Nashville, Tennessee, became famous for his costumes and personality. His owner, Leslie Mosier, has been posting photos and videos of Doug on Instagram since 2014. Doug has earned more than 3.5 million followers. Jif-Pom, a Pomeranian, holds the Guinness World Record for the most followed dog on Instagram. Jif-Pom has more than 9.5 million followers and is known for his toy-like appearance and ability to walk on his front legs. Mischief the Magpie, a magpie, went viral in 2018. Her owner, Kellyanne, recorded a video of Mischief imitating a dog's bark. The magpie's voice was so dog-like that people couldn't believe it was a bird. Grumpy Cat isn't the only social media star. In 2019, a video of a parrot named Eric the Cockatoo went viral. In the video, Eric imitated the sound of a robot. His owner, a woman from New Zealand, was amazed at her pet's skill. Juniper the Foxy, a fox, became famous on social media for her playful behavior. Her owner, a woman from the United States, has been posting photos and videos of Juniper on Instagram since 2015. Juniper has become a symbol of life with foxes. The viral video of a penguin stealing a researcher's fish in Antarctica became famous. The penguin approached the researcher, took the fish from his hand, and ran away. The video went viral on social media and touched people around the world. The viral video of a duck riding a surfboard on a California beach became famous in 2021. The duck climbed onto a man's surfboard and stayed there while the man surfed. The video went viral on social media, and people really related to it. Watch this video of a raccoon getting on a bus in New York. The raccoon got on the bus and sat in a seat. The bus driver noticed and laughed. The video went viral on social media, and people dubbed it the bus raccoon. The video of a bear getting into a pool in California went viral in 2021. The bear got into a pool and started swimming. The owner of the house recorded it. The video went viral on social media, and people felt strongly about it. In August of this year, passengers in a vehicle recorded the moment a tourist was stepped on by an elephant, which went viral on social media. The victim, identified by authorities as Basavaraju, got out of a truck near the Bankapur temple in Karnataka, India, to try to take a photo with the elephant. The man slipped while being chased by the animal, which stepped on him and escaped. According to authorities, Basavaraju recovered and was fined 25,000 rupees. The great nose of the Great Sphinx of Giza was not destroyed by time or erosion. 18th century illustrations show the Sphinx with its nose intact. The most widely accepted story is that it was destroyed in 1378 by a Sufi fanatic. The first flush toilets were used in the Palace of Knossos, Crete, more than 3,500 years ago. The toilets had a system of clay pipes that connected to an aqueduct and allowed the palace's inhabitants to enjoy clean water. The Library of Alexandria did not burn down in a single fire, as was once believed. It is believed that the library was destroyed in several fires, and that most of its book collection was destroyed during the Roman conquest of Egypt in 48 before Christ. The Colosseum in Rome had 80 entrances, 76 of which were used by the public. It is estimated that the Colosseum could hold more than 5,000 spectators who could enter and exit the building in just 15 minutes thanks to its ingenious entrance system. Midas is a kitten who has attracted worldwide attention for having 4 ears, a truly unusual trait. This peculiarity arises from a genetic mutation that affects only her external appearance without causing any health problems. Thanks to this peculiarity, Midas has become a minor celebrity on the internet and in the media. The Rubens tube is a fascinating experiment that makes the behavior of sound and air visible. It is a long, hollow cylinder, at the end of which is placed a speaker that emits acoustic waves. Along the tube, there are small holes through which a flammable gas is released, which, when ignited, creates a trail of flames. John Edwards, a 26-year-old enthusiastic explorer, suffered a tragic fate when he became irreversibly trapped inside a cave in the state of Utah. Passionate about the underground world and an expert in caving, his intention was to traverse a route known as the Birth Canal. However, due to a misdirection, he wandered into a different section of the rocky labyrinth, a dangerous and rarely traveled area. Kagoo birds are a unique flightless bird species found exclusively in New Caledonia, an island located in the South Pacific. This uniqueness makes them a very special natural treasure, as they exist nowhere else in the world. In the Turkish region of Halfeti, located on the banks of the Euphrates River, truly extraordinary roses bloom, striking for their unusual color. Thanks to the special properties of the water and the unique characteristics of the local soil, these flowers take on a hue that appears black during the summer season, creating a rare natural spectacle. Russian astronaut Sergei Krikalev had originally planned a stay in space of about 150 days. However, complex political circumstances in his country caused an unexpected delay in his return. Due to these problems, Krikalev ended up remaining in orbit for 311 consecutive days, more than double the planned time. This prolonged mission established him as the astronaut with the longest continuous stay in space up to that point. The Mundi capsule is a biodegradable oval-shaped coffin used to bury bodies or ashes. Its natural composition allows it to release essential nutrients into the soil as it decomposes. A tree is planted on top of the capsule, which grows by harnessing these nutrients. This method promotes a symbiotic connection between life and death. In Japan, there is a unique community called Aogashima, nestled in the crater of an active volcano. This small town, with around 160 inhabitants, is located on an isolated volcanic island. Surrounded by the waters of the Philippine Sea, Aogashima offers a stunning and unique landscape. Life there is closely connected to nature and its constant geological activity. In Japan, in a quiet town called Shingo, a legend circulates that challenges traditional history. According to ancient local stories, this village is said to be the final resting place of Jesus Christ. This popular belief holds that, instead of being crucified, Jesus lived and died in this remote community. This story has made Shingo a curious destination for travelers interested in mysteries and little-known traditions. In the ocean, the sailfish stands out as the fastest swimmer among marine species. This elegant animal can reach astonishing speeds, up to about 68 miles per hour. Its streamlined body and distinctive dorsal fin allow it to move very quickly. Thanks to this ability, it is an agile and efficient predator in its habitat. Isaiah Acosta, a young man from the United States, was born with an extremely rare anomaly that prevents him from having a functioning chin and airway. Because of this condition, doctors informed his family that his chances of survival were practically zero. Throughout his life, Isaiah has faced great challenges, including the inability to speak. In southwest China lies Chongqing, a colossal metropolis with a population of over 30 million. Its size and administrative significance make it a self-governing province, with broad responsibilities of its own. Chongqing's territory encompasses imposing mountain ranges and mighty rivers, along with a multitude of urban and rural districts. The Roman Emperor Caligula was the first ruler to declare war on a god. Caligula had his soldiers throw spears into the ocean and stand on the shore, yelling at the god Neptune. The act became famous in history. The Harry Potter series has been translated into more than 80 languages, including Latin and Ancient Greek. The popularity of the books has been such that the first book has sold more than 500 million copies worldwide. The adult coloring book phenomenon became popular in the 2010s. The popularity of these books, which sold millions of copies, was due to the belief that coloring helped reduce stress and anxiety. E.L. James's 50 Shades of Grey, which became popular in the 2010s, was written as a Twilight Saga fan fiction. The author wrote the novel as a way to explore the relationship between the characters in the saga. The smallest species of fish in the world is the Paedocyprus progenetica, a freshwater fish that lives in Indonesia. The largest species of fish in the world is the Rhincodon tepus, a freshwater fish that lives in the Amazon River. The most poisonous plant in the world is the leaf of death, a plant from the legume family. The plant is so poisonous that a single leaf can kill a person in 30 minutes. The plant is native to Africa and Asia. The Guinness record for the loudest animal is the sperm whale. The sound emitted by the sperm whale can reach 230 decibels, which is louder than a jet taking off. The sound is used to search for prey and communicate with other sperm whales. The Guinness record for the largest insect is the silk moth, an insect that lives in Asia and Africa. The silk moth is the largest insect in the world and can reach a wingspan of up to about 11.8 inches. The person with the most tattoos is Lucky Diamond Rich, a street artist in New Zealand. He has covered his body with 100% tattoos, including his gums, the inside of his ears, and the whites of his eyes. The Guinness World Record for the person with the most piercings is held by Elaine Davidson. She has covered her body with more than 1,100 piercings, including more than 3,500 on her face. She is a Brazilian woman who lives in Edinburgh, Scotland. The dog with the longest tongue is Mochi Mo Rickard, a Saint Bernard. Mochi's tongue measures about 7.31 inches, which is longer than a dollar bill. Mochi lives in South Dakota, USA. The world's largest pizza was made in Italy in 2012. The pizza measured 122 feet in diameter and required about 1,980 pounds of flour, about 8,800 pounds of cheese. The Guinness World Record for the oldest man to run a marathon is held by Fauja Singh. At the age of 100, this Indian man ran a marathon in Toronto, Canada. He became world famous and became an example of perseverance. The film Oppenheimer used practical effects to recreate the explosion of the atomic bomb. Director Christopher Nolan, instead of using CGI, created a replica of the explosion with gasoline and TNT. The result was so shocking that many viewers thought it was a digital effect. The 2023 film Barbie caused a worldwide shortage of pink paint. Production designer Sarah Greenwood revealed that the film used all of Roscoe's pink paint. Director Greta Gerwig said the paint shortage was insane. Mission: Impossible Dead Sentence from 2023 has one of the most dangerous action scenes in cinematic history. Tom Cruise jumped off a motorcycle ramp, then launched himself into the void before deploying his parachute. Cruise performed the jump 6 times. The 2022 film Avatar: The Way of Water used underwater motion capture technology. To film the movie, the crew built a 3 million-gallon pool, and the actors had to learn to scuba dive. Zoe Saldana, who played Neytiri, learned to hold her breath for 5 minutes. In 2022's The Batman, the character has a Batman suit so realistic it was inspired by military uniforms. Director Matt Reeves said the suit had to be functional and practical. The Batman suit was made from carbon fiber armor. In 2023's The Last of Us, virtual reality technology was used to create the world. the post-apocalyptic setting of the series. Director Craig Mazin said the technology allowed them to create a world that felt real and alive. The 2001 film The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, had an actor who nearly died on set. Sean Astin, the actor who played Sam, nearly drowned in a waterfall scene. The film crew had to rescue him. Umami, considered the fifth taste, is an increasingly popular phenomenon in haute cuisine. It is described as a salty, meaty flavor. Dishes with mushrooms, sun-dried tomatoes, Parmesan cheese, and soy sauce are rich in umami. Sourdough bread, which has become popular in recent years, is actually one of the oldest forms of bread. It is believed to date back to ancient Rome. Today's bakers have revived the art of natural fermentation to create healthier and more nutritious breads. Insects are a sustainable and nutritious source of protein and are becoming a gourmet food option. In many countries, insects are consumed in upscale restaurants and bars. They are rich in protein, vitamins, and minerals. Liquid nitrogen ice cream is a modern cooking technique that has gone viral on social media. Liquid nitrogen at about 321 degrees Fahrenheit is used to flash freeze ice cream. This creates a very creamy and smooth ice cream, free of ice crystals. The garbage continent in the Pacific is a massive accumulation of plastic waste, estimated to measure over about 6,170,000 square miles. It is larger than the combined surface areas of countries like France and Spain. Scientists are working on solutions to clean it up. The Dead Sea, known for its high salinity, is shrinking. Every year, the Dead Sea drops about 3.3 feet. The reason is the overexploitation of its tributaries for agricultural use. Easter Island has no native trees. Archaeologists believe the island's inhabitants cut down the trees to move their statues, causing deforestation on the island. The island's case is a reminder of how a lack of planning can affect nature. The Sahara Desert wasn't always a desert. Scientists have discovered that about 11,000 years ago, the Sahara was a green place with lakes. Global climate change caused the desert to dry out. The Grand Canyon is not the deepest in the world. The deepest canyon in the world is the Yarlung Tsangpo Canyon in Tibet, which is about 19,700 feet deep. The Yarlung Tsangpo Canyon is so deep that its floor is below sea level. Iguazu Falls on the border between Brazil and Argentina is larger than Niagara Falls. Iguazu Falls have a water flow of about 61800 cubic feet per second. They are one of the natural wonders of the world. The Rocky Mountains in North America are an example of a constantly changing landscape. Geologists have discovered that the mountains move about 0.4 inches per year. The reason is the force of tectonic plates. The city of Tokyo has one of the largest subway networks in the world. The Tokyo subway network has more than 100 lines and transports more than 8.7 million people daily. It is one of the most densely populated cities in the world. The first commercial text message was sent in 1992 by engineer Neil Papworth. The message, which was sent from a computer to a phone, simply read, "Merry Christmas." At the time, phones didn't have keypads, so the message was sent from a PC to a phone. Smartphones have a sensor that detects the tilt of your head. This sensor is called a gyroscope. It's used to rotate the screen when you turn the phone, making it easier to use. The first mobile phone was invented in 1973 by Martin Cooper, a Motorola engineer. The phone, which weighed about 2.4 pounds, was considered a brick phone. Cooper made the first call from a mobile phone to his rival, engineer Joel Engel. The most expensive video game in history is the 2018 game Red Dead Redemption 2. Developed by Rockstar Games, the game cost over $170 million to develop. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias that causes people with little experience in a subject to overestimate their abilities. An example of this effect is a person who thinks they're a good singer, but actually isn't. The largest earthquake in human history was the 1960 Chile earthquake. The earthquake, which measured 9.5 on the Richter scale, was so powerful that it shifted the Earth's axis and caused a tsunami that affected Japan and Hawaii. The first paper banknotes were used in China in the 7th century. They were used to prevent merchants from having to carry large quantities of copper coins, which were very heavy. The invention became so popular that it was used throughout the country. The Roman Emperor Julius Caesar was the first ruler to use a form of calendar. The Julian calendar, used in Europe for over 1,500 years, was based on the movement of the Sunday. It was inspired by the Egyptian calendar. The world's fastest robot is called Cheetah, a four-legged robot that can run at speeds of about 28 miles per hour. The robot, which was designed at MIT, is shaped like a cheetah, giving it a speed advantage. The first mobile phone was about 2.4-pound phone. The phone, which was invented by a Motorola engineer in 1973, was considered a brick phone. The phone was first used in New York City. Our eyes can see up to 10 million different colors. Most humans have 3 types of sensory cells in the retina that allow us to see red, green, and blue. The combination of these colors allows us to see a wide range of hues. The human heart can pump enough blood to fill 100 Olympic-sized swimming pools in a lifetime. The heart beats about 3 billion times in a lifetime. The heart is a very resilient and strong organ. The first video game in history wasn't Pong or Tetris. It was Tennis for Two, a tennis game created in 1958 for a physics lab. It became so popular that people lined up to play it. Zebras aren't white with black stripes, but black with white stripes. A zebra's skin is completely black underneath its fur, and the stripes are formed from the growth of white hairs. The world's largest diamond is the Star of Africa, weighing 530.2 carats. It was discovered in 1905 in South Africa and is now part of the British Crown Jewels. Its value is incalculable. The Earth doesn't take exactly 24 hours to complete one full rotation. It actually takes 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds, which is known as a sidereal day. Each year, the time difference accumulates, forcing us to use leap seconds. In Cancun, Mexico, underwater museums combine art and conservation. Submerged sculptures encourage coral growth and shelter marine life. Over time, the statues integrate into the ecosystem, becoming living reefs. It's an example of how art can coexist with nature and restore biodiversity. The Kawah Ijen volcano in Indonesia produces blue lava at night. This phenomenon is due to sulfur gases that ignite when exposed to air, creating an almost magical luminous effect. It attracts scientists and adventurers from around the world. This natural spectacle combines danger, beauty, and rarity, a volcanic gem for those who seek natural wonders. In Japan, scientists have achieved an impressive breakthrough, recreating dreams using algorithms and artificial intelligence. Using MRIs and sophisticated software, they are able to decipher what our brains display while we sleep. During REM sleep, the most vivid sleep, they awaken volunteers to describe their dreams before they are forgotten. AI then generates digital images based on brain activity, showing a glimpse of our nighttime worlds. The popular game Roblox has decided to strengthen the security of its underage players using artificial intelligence. The platform can now estimate users' ages from a photo and control who they can interact with. Those under 13 will have their conversations protected and monitored, while those older than 13 can add acquaintances using QR codes. An adorable moment went viral on social media. A mother duck interrupted a wedding by walking through the ceremony with her ducklings. Guests couldn't contain their laughter at the unexpected appearance, and videos quickly spread online. Some made jokes like, "I object, recognize your children, Juan," adding a touch of humor to the event. Roman soldiers' helmets weren't just decorative. The crests had a strategic purpose. They served to identify ranks and units, while also making the soldiers look taller and more intimidating. The colors and shapes varied according to position, and in battle they made it easier to recognize allies and organize quickly. In China, there is a village called Mamban Sambui, where it is common for a man to have several wives, up to 5. Polygamy here is seen as a symbol of wealth and social status, in addition to helping with household chores and farming. Marriages do not require ceremonies or legal formalities and are considered a cultural tradition that strengthens the community. Sony is preparing to launch the PlayStation 6, a device with 825 gigabytes of storage and 8 Kelvin's gaming capabilities. It will include portable and desktop versions, advanced voice assistance, and fluid augmented virtual reality. The handheld will allow users to take their game library anywhere while maintaining performance and visual quality, with a launch plan for nearly 2028. Squid have blue blood thanks to a protein called hemocyanin, which uses copper to transport oxygen. Unlike human hemoglobin, it functions best in cold, low-oxygen waters. This allows them to maintain an active metabolism and hunt at great depths where other animals would be unable to survive. The hair fryer brush is much more than a hairstyling tool. It's a disguised defense weapon. By removing its head and activating a safety button, it transforms into an electric stun gun capable of immobilizing an attacker. It includes a flashlight, charges via USB, and its head is washable, preventing accidental activation. China has developed a multifunctional drone called the T3R that also serves as a rescue float. It can fly to people in distress, land in water, and keep 2 adults afloat until rescued. It has an IP68 certification, resisting immersion and extreme conditions such as strong waves and wind, making aquatic safety more efficient. Psychologist Clive Arnold introduced the concept of Blue Monday, considered the saddest day of the year. It occurs on the 3rd Monday of January and is associated with factors such as cold weather, returning to routine, and Christmas debts. Although it has no scientific backing, the term became popular to refer to emotional well-being. In contrast, June 20th is celebrated as Yellow Day, the happiest day of the year. Sleeping position directly influences our health. Sleeping on our stomach can cause neck pain, spinal tension, and breathing problems. Sleeping on our back helps align the spine and distribute weight evenly, although it can cause snoring and sleep apnea. Each position has its advantages and disadvantages depending on each person's body type. In 2010, a Spanish woman named Maria Angeles Duran declared herself the owner of the sun through a legal loophole. As a lawyer and psychologist, she executed a notarized document recognizing her as the owner of the star. She even attempted to sell portions of the sun and collect taxes on sunlight. Her actions sparked lawsuits from people for sun-related health problems, causing a media stir. Dangerous movie scenes, known as stunts, require extreme safety measures. However, some came close to real tragedies. In Jackie Chan's 1985 Police Story, Jackie performed an unrehearsed jump inside a shopping mall, sliding down a pole to catch a villain. The result: burns, injured vertebrae, and a dislocated pelvis, but the stunt was a cinematic success. In regions like India and Pakistan, trucks stand out not only for their size but also for their striking aesthetics. These vehicles are elaborately decorated with colorful paint, mirrors, metallic embroidery, and lights that glow at dusk. Each truck becomes a unique piece that blends folk art with personal symbolism. Cecropia moths stand out for the beauty of their wings, adorned with striking patterns in reddish, white, and black tones. These designs not only make them visually striking, but also serve a defensive function in nature. This is one of the largest moth species in North America. Its hypnotic appearance has captured the attention of scientists and insect lovers. The binturong, also known as the bear cat, is a peculiar creature native to Southeast Asia. Its appearance is a cross between a small bear and a large cat, with thick black fur and a prehensile tail that it uses for climbing. The most curious thing is that its body odor resembles that of roasted corn. In Norway, high on Kjerag Mountain, lies an astonishing natural formation, a rock trapped between two vertical cliff faces. Known as Kjeragbolten, this enormous stone was naturally wedged hundreds of feet above an abyss. It is a popular destination for hikers and adventurers who dare to pose on it for an unforgettable photo. The sword-billed hummingbird stands out for its extraordinary beak, which is approximately 25% longer than the rest of its body. This anatomical peculiarity allows it to access the nectar of flowers deep within the ground, inaccessible to other birds. Thanks to this advantage, it occupies a very specific ecological niche. Its agile and precise flight helps it maneuver efficiently, despite its disproportionate beak. Emerging from the Tasman Sea, Ball's Pyramid is an imposing rocky island of volcanic origin. Completely uninhabited, it rises about 1,844 feet above sea level, with a vertical shape reminiscent of a needle carved by nature. Its solitary and abrupt structure makes it a unique geographical phenomenon. Despite its isolation, it has sparked the interest of adventurers and marine biologists. The mannel, also known as Pallas's cat, is a wild feline that inhabits the cold steppes of Central Asia. Its peculiar appearance, with a permanently angry expression, is due to the shape of its skull and its widely spaced eyes. With solitary habits and elusive behavior, it is perfectly adapted to mountainous and icy environments. The Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link is an impressive infrastructure project and currently the longest sea bridge in India. This enormous structure connects Mumbai with Navi Mumbai, facilitating transportation and significantly reducing travel times. At more than 12 miles long, it represents a key advance in urban mobility in the country. An American creative designer made a miniature scene depicting a haunted cemetery with ghostly figures that appear to levitate in the air. To achieve this effect, he used the Pepper's Ghost technique, a classic method that uses reflections to create spectral optical illusions. This technique, used for centuries in theatrical shows and horror attractions, allows the invisible to be brought to life in ingenious ways. Among the most striking reef dwellers is the triggerfish, known for its prominent and durable teeth. Its powerful jaws are designed to efficiently crush crustacean and mollusk shells. This ability makes it a specialized predator in its environment. Although it is not very large, its presence commands respect. In 2004, French authorities made an unexpected discovery deep within the Paris catacombs, a fully equipped clandestine cinema. The space featured a screen, seating, and even a functioning projection system, all hidden underground. Its origin was unknown, but was attributed to an art collective. Tropa bicornis is a curious aquatic plant native to Asia, recognized for its unusual-looking fruit. Its shape resembles the silhouette of a bat or even a small skull, which has sparked both cultural and ornamental interest. The fruit has an extremely hard black shell that protects the seeds inside. The dragonfly exhibits a curious behavior. It uses its front legs to clean its eyes, gently rubbing them as if drying them. This gesture allows it to remove raindrops, dust, or other particles that interfere with its vision. Since its eyes take up a large part of its head and are essential for hunting and navigation, keeping them clear is vital. On the island of Madeira, Portugal, there is a truly unique spot, Cascada dos Anjos, a waterfall that falls directly onto a coastal road. The water gushes from a cliff and flows across the asphalt as if it were part of the urban landscape. Vehicles passing by are treated to a kind of natural shower, making the journey a unique experience. Rambo, an orangutan residing at a Dubai zoo, has surprised many by learning to drive a golf cart inside the enclosure. Under supervision, this intelligent primate moves with ease, demonstrating coordination and memory. His skill has attracted attention on social media, where it has gone viral for its unusual dexterity. Artist Justin Bateman creates striking, ephemeral portraits using only natural elements such as stones and shells collected from the beach. His meticulously composed works on the sand depict faces with a surprising level of detail, achieving shadows, contours, and expressions without the need for paint. Dubai is home to one of the deepest swimming pools in the world, more than 197 feet deep and holding about 3.7 million gallons of water. This impressive complex, known as Deep Dive Dubai, houses a recreated underwater city with streets, rooms, and objects that simulate a submerged environment. Seiji Tsukimoto devised a surprising method, making delicate cards using only paper. What's striking is that he never uses glue or tape to join the pieces together. Each fold is precisely calculated, as if the paper itself concealed an engineering secret. Tiny Adelie penguin chicks arrive into the world covered in soft, grayish or brown down. Unlike adults, they don't yet display the elegant black and white contrast so characteristic of their species. This dense, fluffy down serves a vital function. It protects them from the low Antarctic temperatures. Over time, they molt and develop the definitive plumage that distinguishes them as true Adelie penguins. In the vast African savanna, elephants display a surprising talent. They are great lovers of water. They not only approach rivers to drink, but also enjoy diving into them. These giants can travel long distances by swimming calmly, propelling their enormous bodies with their strong legs. One of their most curious abilities is using their trunks like a snorkel, which allows them to stay underwater for extended periods of time. In tropical waters lurks a crustacean that looks like something out of a work of art, the painted, spiny lobster. Despite its small size, it draws attention with its vibrant hues that mix blues, reds, and yellows, creating an almost psychedelic pattern. Their way of life is also interesting, as they often move in groups and explore reefs with coordinated movements. On the vast Arabian Peninsula stretches a sea of endless dunes, the Rub al Khali. This inhospitable territory, nicknamed the Empty Quarter, is impressive for its magnitude and silence. It is one of the largest sandy deserts on the planet, where extreme temperatures and the almost total absence of water make it an unforgiving place. In the depths of the ocean lives an almost fantastical being, the siphonophore. Although it looks like a single animal, it is actually made up of a colony of tiny creatures that work together as if they were a single organism. Its luminous appearance, comparable to the flashes of fireworks, illuminates the dark sea with blue and greenish tones. In the warm waters of the ocean lurks a creature as peculiar as it is discreet, the striped burrfish. Despite its small size, it is unmistakable due to its spine-covered silhouette and its tones that mimic seaweed or branches. This vegetal appearance is no coincidence, as it serves as perfect camouflage against predators. When threatened, it can inflate its body and accentuate its spines, transforming into a defensive sphere that's difficult to attack. Hidden in the turquoise waters of the Maldives lies one of the most unique suites on the planet, the Muraka. This luxurious underwater residence, part of the Conrad Maldives Resort, offers guests the chance to sleep surrounded by marine life. Its lower level is built beneath the sea's surface, with transparent walls and ceiling that allow guests to enjoy a 180-degree view of colorful fish and coral gliding around. Off the coast of Telda, Gran Canaria stands an imposing image that amazes visitors to Melanara Beach. Amid the lapping waves, a gigantic statue of Neptune, the Roman god of the sea, rises from the water with his trident raised as if surveying the horizon. The sculpture, known as the Neptune of the Punton, has become a symbol of the place and a landmark for locals and tourists alike. At the beginning of the 20th century, New York City was the scene of one of the most unusual scams in history, led by George Parker. This skilled con man became famous for repeatedly selling the Brooklyn Bridge itself to unsuspecting people who believed they were making a legitimate investment. His audacity didn't end there. He also attempted to appropriate other iconic symbols, such as the Statue of Liberty and even Madison Square Garden. Tell us in the comments which of these fun facts blew your mind the most. Don't leave without subscribing, liking, and sharing for more fun facts.